Kec. Proba. Test. Ima. Jel ima? Aha. Kec. 1, 2.
Kakva je situacija po pitanju protokola? Okay, everybody, welcome, and please take your seats. The press conference is about to start. So, welcome everybody to the official European Athletics LOC press conference ahead of the European Athletics Indoor Championships in Belgrade this weekend. We have two parts to this press conference. The first part, we will hear from the gentleman ultimately responsible for the organisation of this event in Belgrade. And in the second part, we will hear from some of the leading Serbian and international athletes who will be competing here. Firstly, I would like to introduce the gentleman to my left. We have the European Athletics President, Sven Arne Hansen, the Belgrade Mayor, Siniša Mali, the Serbian Athletic Federation President, Veselin Jevrosimović, the LOC President, Slobodan Branković, and the CEO of European Athletics, Kristijan Mils. So without further ado, I would like to invite Sven Arne, the President of European Athletics, to welcome everyone and say a few words. Sven Arne.
Thank you, James. Good afternoon, everyone. I must start with saying it's a great pleasure to be here. It's a great pleasure to see so many of our media friends coming to this press conference. I think I want to thank the mayor, Siniša Mali, Veselin, the president of the federation, and Slobodan, our 400-meter reserve for tomorrow, for the fantastic work you have done and the welcome you are giving to us here in Belgrade. I came yesterday and quite tired after a travel from Oslo, Munich, here. No problems with the travel, but it took a long time because the connection was not too good. And Slobodan said, Sven, can we go and take a look at the stadium? Of course, we did. And I must say to my Serbian friends, it is the most fantastic indoor facility I ever been to. It's really, we in European athletics are so proud to be partner of such people that the friends in Serbia. This indoor hall, I've been to every championship since early 1980. I've been to every indoor championships in Europe. I've been to every world championships, indoor championships, except in Mabashi in the late 90s. And I can congratulate you guys, Mayor, and this is the best facility I ever seen. No, we have to see tomorrow and in the weekend if it is as fast and as good as it looks like. But we are proud, and you can be very proud of the things you have been doing for this. I was happy 25 years ago yesterday. I was in Genoa, and I saw a young guy winning the 400-meter, and now he's sitting next to me as head of the organizing committee, doing a fantastic job here. And he also, I heard, Veselin, you gave him a new title at the federation. Veselin also told me, he's now the CEO, but Veselin also told me, instead of giving him a pay raise, he gave him a new title. So Slobodan was quite happy with that. Is it?
This is very convenient for
yeah.
Director.
Does it need to be translated something or not? I don't know.
Can you translate the title of Slobodan?
Da, Slobodan je postao direktor Srpske atletske federacije.
Okay. You are...
Generalni sekretar se briše titula I dodaje se direktor.
Ali bez povećanja plate.
Da, bez povećanja plate.
I go on, okay? This is the 14th federation who is organizing an indoor championships. And it's the first time it is in Serbia. And when we've seen the work they have done here, we are, as I said before, we are pleased to be here. You have an important place in our history, both for outdoor and indoor. You have produced many great athletes Many of them are my personal friends through my 50 years of being involved in athletics. And we're looking forward to see many of the old friends, and we're looking forward to see many of the new talents. I'm sure that there will come out a lot of new great talents of this competition, but we also have great champions here. We have champions from earlier indoor and outdoor championships. We have people who did very well in the Olympics, and I can see here to my left we have two great Serbian athletes, Ivana, really a model for all of us in athletics, who is always doing her best and always giving her best. And I've heard that there is very, very few tickets left when she is competing, and she is one of 12 Serbian athletes who will really make the atmosphere going in the stadium. We, as I said, we have Slobodan, who was here as a former athlete. We have Dragan Sratkovic, and European champion in high jump. I don't see him in the room, but I probably see him tonight, Dragutin Topic, who was a fantastic also athlete and a friend for many, many years. Again, thank you to the Federation of Serbia, thank you to the city, thank you to SPAR for being here as always with us and providing the great sponsorship of our event. We have the other sponsors like Gruyere and the local sponsors. Without them, we wouldn't have any championships. And I want to thank all the volunteers. I was greeted enthusiastically yesterday. I already on Facebook, Instagram with them, showing that the work they are doing. Without the volunteers, European athletics or athletics would simply die. I also want to thank EBU for covering this. Even in Scandinavia, where we had some skiing going on at the moment, there will be for sure live coverage of these championships, because it's really a big event. And I want to thank you all for attending, and that we open for questions after some more speeches. James, is that true?
That's correct.
Yeah, that's correct. So, walavam.
Thank you, Sven Arne. And now I'd like to invite the Mayor of Beograda Siniša Mali to say a few words.
Dame I gospodo, dragi prijatelji, gospodine Hansen, meni je veliko zadovoljstvo što imam priliku da vas pozdravim danas. Beograd će u naredna 3 dana biti domaćin jednog velikog sportskog spektakla. 3 dana, 34. atletsko prvenstvo u dvorani Evropsko prvenstvo. Bićemo domaćini najboljim atletičarima iz Evrope, bićemo domaćini hiljadama gostiju koji će doći iz cijele Evrope u Beograd da budu svedoci ovog sportskog događaja. Meni je posebno zadovoljstvo što ćemo imati priliku da iskoristimo po prvi put i malu kombak arenu koju smo za ovu manifestaciju uspeli da rekonstruišemo, da je prvi put posle 10 godina iskoristimo, a koja će nakon ovog događaja biti na raspolaganju malim sportovima i deci i mladima sportistima grada Beograda. Kao predsjednik organizacionog komiteta ove manifestacije, ovo je sjajna prilika za promociju grada Beograda, sjajna prilika za promociju naše zemlje, za promociju sporta. Drago mi je kad je gospodin Hansen rekao da je kombak arena najlepše mesto na kome se odigrala ovakva jedna manifestacija u proteklih 20 i koliko godina, jer smo stvarno mnogo uradili na tome da budemo ponosni na ono što kombak arena danas jeste. Prošle godine je to bilo Evropsko prvenstvo u vaterpolu, tamo su bili bazeni, pa onda je bio mali fudbal, evo danas je to prelepa hala za atletiku. Mislim da svi oni koji dođu u kombak arenu imaće priliku da budu stvarno impresionirani i atmosferom i naravno kvalitetom radova koje smo uradili, ali Beograd je pokazao i pokazat će da je sposobno za organizaciju ovakvih događaja i da smo pravi domaćini kada to treba da budemo. Želim da pozovem sve Beograđane da budu tu, da dođu do dvorane, da budu sa nama zajedno, da bodrimo naše sportiste, Ivanu Španović i Dudaša i sve one koji će učestvovati na ovom atletskom prvenstvu, da pokušamo da osvojimo što veći broj medalja, da na pravi način promovišemo naš sport i da na pravi način promovišemo naš grad. I hvala još jedanput Evropskoj atletskoj federaciji na poverenju koju su mu ukazali da nam daju organizaciju ovog događaja, a želim naravno da zahvalim i gospodinu Jevrosimoviću i Brankoviću takođe, jer bez Atletskog saveza Srbije i svih onih uspeha koji su naši atletičari imali u proteklih nekoliko godina, mi ne bismo ni dobili ovo atletsko prvenstvo, a sada na nama je naravno da se pokažemo kao pravi domaćini kao što i hoćemo i da osvojimo još veći broj medalja. Hvala vam svima i uživajte u naredna 3 dana u Beogradu.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Arne Hansen, Mr. Jevrosimović and Branković and everyone else, especially the media, I would like to welcome you all to the City Hall today. As you know, tomorrow we will be opening the 34th European Indoor Athletics Championships, and it is our pleasure to be the host of more than 1,000 athletes from all over Europe who will be competing here in the Belgrade Arena. It is also my pleasure, and I'm very proud of the fact that we've managed to renovate the small arena within the Combank Arena. This is the first time that we managed to do it after 10 years, and I think we did a really good job, especially because after these championships, this arena will be used to help our junior competitors and school children to be able to participate in sport activities in the small arena within the Combank Arena. I think this event is an amazing way for our city and our country to promote itself in the world. I'm also very glad that Mr. Arne Hansen stressed that Combank Arena for this indoor European Championships is one of the best and most beautiful venues that he's ever attended. It means a lot to us, but it also shows our dedication and the way that we can show that Belgrade is very ready and very capable of organizing very good and very important international events. Also, I would like to invite everyone from Belgrade and our guests who arrived to Belgrade just to watch the Athletics Championships to come to the arena, because I am more than positive that the atmosphere and the results will be amazing as everything else. Also, before I close this opening statement, I would like to say thank you to the European Athletics Association for allowing us to be able to organize such an important event here in Belgrade. And also, I would like to thank Mr. Jevrosimović and Mr. Branković for giving us the opportunity and for working with us so that we can show that Belgrade is one of the best places to promote Serbian sport and our culture. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. And now I'd like to invite President Jevrosimović to say a few words.
Dobar dan svima. Izuzetna mi je čast i zadovoljstvo da pozdravim gospodina Hansena, predsednika Evropske atletske federacije, kao i našeg gradonačelnika Sinišu Malu. Takođe pozdravljam sve goste Evropske atletske federacije i želim da se zahvalim svima koji su nam omogućili da održimo ovo takmičenje. Kad sam gospodinu Hansenu pre 3 godine u Pragu rekao da će ovo da bude jedno od najboljih evropskih prvenstava i najlepših evropskih prvenstava, onako malo su me gledali sumnjičavo, međutim, mi smo sada sve te sumnje definitivno razbili. Uradili smo jedan sjajan posao. Inače, atletsko prvenstvo, to jest prvenstvo Evrope, najveće pojedinačno prvenstvo sportsko koje je ikada održano u našoj zemlji. Dolazi nam preko 800 atletičara, preko 2500 ljudi u njihovoj pratnji, imamo 650 akreditovanih medija, 450 volontera i 300 ljudi u obezbeđenju. Inače, ovo je najkomplikovaniji tehnološki i građevinski projekat koji je ikada izveden u Beogradskoj areni, a neke tehnologije će biti prvi put primenjene na ovom evropskom prvenstvu. Ne mogu da završim svoje izlaganje da se ne zahvalim onima koji su najviše pomogli za održavanje ovog prvenstva. Zahvaljujem se pre svega Vladi Republike Srbije, zahvaljujem se Ministarstvu za omladinu i sport, zahvaljujem se gradu Beogradu na čelu sa Sinišom Malim, koji je inače i predsednik organizacionog odbora Evropskog prvenstva, i naravno zahvaljujem se svim sponzorima na čelu sa generalnim sponzorom Telekom Srbije. Hvala.
Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I would like to greet Mr. Arne Hansen here. I would also like to thank everyone from the Serbian Athletic Federation and to all the guests from the European Athletics Association for coming to Belgrade, and everyone who actually made it possible for us to organize the European Indoor Athletics Championships here in Belgrade. When I spoke to Mr. Hansen in Prague about how we are going to organize these championships, I told him that this will be the best organized and the most beautiful venue that he's ever seen. I'm sure that they were a bit skeptical about me saying it to them at that time, but I'm more than positive that we did a great job and that this will be one of the best ever organized European Indoor Athletics Championships ever of all times. We will have more than 800 athletes and more than 2,000 people coming to help them and to make this work. We have more than 650 people from the media that came to Belgrade to follow this event. We also have 450 volunteers and 300 people who will be in charge of the security and trying to do this as safe as possible. I have to stress that the thing that we did in the Combank Arena was technically the most challenged ever that we did it so far. Some of the technologies are brand new and will be used for the first time ever. In closing, I also need to thank the government of the Republic of Serbia, the Ministry of Youth and Sport, as well as the city of Belgrade, headed with our mayor, who is present today with us, Siniša Mali. And also I need to thank all the sponsors who made it possible, especially our local title sponsor, Telekom Serbia.
Okay, and now I'd like to invite Slobodan Branković to say a few words.
Dobar dan svima. Počastvovan sam što se danas nalazim ovde pored predsjednika Evropske atletske federacije gospodina Hansena, gradonačelnika grada Beograda i predsjednika organizacionog odbora ovog šampionata, kao i mog prijatelja Kristijana Milsa koji je prvi operativac Evropske atletike i naravno predsjednika Atletskog saveza Srbije Veselina Jevrosimovića. Slušam sve ovo i prosto ne mogu da vam opišem koliko mi je drago što je sve ovo što je rađeno u prethodne 2 godine, a nije malo urađeno da bi Arena i Beograd bili spremni da prime preko 5000 ljudi koji su zbog atletike došli u Beograd. Danas u Beogradu nema ni jedne prazne sobe u hotelu i to je onaj drugi deo priče organizacije sportskog događaja, a po prvi put se ovakav jedan događaj održava u Beogradu i kraljica sportova je zaslužila ovakav tretman. Ali ja moram pre bilo čega da izrazim veliko poštovanje i moram da se zahvalim čoveku koji je mnogo pomogao da na neki način moj tim može da radi i da sprovede deo koji je tehnički trebalo sprovesti, a to je upravo gospodin Siniša Mali, koji je rešavao probleme zajedno sa predsednikom i ministrom, a mnogo ih je bilo, a nije lako voditi grad Beograd i sve obaveze koje ima, ali uvek nalazio vremena da pomogne i da reši sve ono što prosto na nekom dole nivou na kojem sam ja, to nije bilo moguće. Hvala Siniša puno i verujem da ćemo svi biti ponosni na ovo što smo uradili i kada u ponedeljak svi gosti napuste Beograd, da će otići sa najlepšim mogućim uspomenama, a i Bog nas je pogledao, kao što vidite u naredna 3-4 dana će biti prelepo vreme, pa evo već sam danas video većina sportista ide peške do svojih hotela, jer je to u suštini ono što izdvaja Beograd od drugih gradova. Blizina aerodroma, sportskog objekta Arene i vrhunskih hotela koji ga okružuju. Hvala Evropskoj atletici na tome što nam je pružila šansu. Naravno, mi ovde nećemo stati, idemo dalje, ali danas je generalna proba. Verujem da sutra ujutru kada opali pištolj i kada krenu prve trke da će sve biti onako kako smo i zamislili, da će naši atletičari osvojiti dovoljno medalja da obraduju naciju i da će svi gosti Beograda otići prezadovoljni. Hvala vam.
It is my great pleasure and honor to be here today with you, together with Mr. Arne Hansen, the president of the European Athletics Association, with the mayor of Belgrade, Siniša Mali, Mr. Miser from the EAA, and also with the president of the Serbian Athletics Association, Mr. Veselin Jevrosimović. Everything that we did in the last 2 years to make Combank Arena capable and ready to accept more than 5,000 people for this amazing athletics show is now finally paying off. On the other side, all the Belgrade hotels are fully booked, which is also very good for the economy of our city and our country. For the first time, the queen of sports, the athletics, has arrived to Belgrade, and I think that athletics arrived in a very spectacular way. Before I continue, I have to say thank you to the person who gave a lot of his time and effort and who helped us a lot so that my team would make this European Championships as successful as possible, and that is the Mayor of Belgrade, Mr. Siniša Mali, who worked closely with the Minister of Sport and Youth and with the Prime Minister of the Government of Serbia and helped us in the ways that to solve certain problems that we couldn't solve on our own. Thank you, Siniša, one more time. And I'm sure that we will make both you and everyone in Belgrade very proud of this event. Also, we were lucky that the weather finally changed, and hopefully the weather in the next couple of days will be amazingly beautiful. Springtime is in full bloom, and I've noticed today that a number of athletes are actually walking from the arena to their hotels, which is also one of the advantages that Belgrade has compared to other venues that organize the European Championships, and that is the fact that the airport is very close to the arena itself and that the arena is very close to the hotels where our athletes are staying. Thank you to the European Athletics Association for giving us the chance. This is not where we will finish. We are ready to head on to some new and other amazing events. Today we will have the grand rehearsal for the opening and to make sure that everything works today, but I'm more than positive that tomorrow morning, when the first race starts, that everything will work perfectly. I also like to stress that we have 12 athletes, and I hope that Serbian athletes will also win enough medals to make our fans more than happy and more than proud, and I wish everyone who is competing the best of luck. Thank you.
And thank you, Slobodan. And to Kristijan Mils, the CEO of European Athletics, can you talk a little bit about what makes the European Athletics Indoor Championships in Belgrade such a special event, and is Belgrade ready?
If anybody has the smallest doubt about the level of readiness of the LOC, then we invite you to pay a visit to this Combank Arena this afternoon. And there is no skepticism anymore, Veselin. It is the most impressive, the best ever playground for athletes and for fans ever. And we can confirm the LOC is totally ready. Have a look at some images, how the stadium looked like 6 weeks ago and what the job they have done. A fantastic job done by Veselin and Slobodan's team with all these fantastic volunteers to have really a successful championships for the next 3 days starting tomorrow. Thanks a lot to the whole team and to you, Veselin and Slobodan. Talking about key facts and figures, I don't want to repeat what Veselin said, but still more than the 560 athletes from 48 federations and 1 neutral athlete, 550 television people. In terms of broadcasting, we have 25 national broadcasters plan to show more than 330 live coverage, and we have to thank here the efforts of the EBU, our key partner for that. In addition, as we have Eurosport on board, we will also cover European-wide 54 territories. In addition, we will also stream live the championships with an English commentary on our website, european-athletics.org. For the really die-hard fans, there are also isolated feeds under the platform eurovision.tv.org. It's also the first time we have a new service provider, timing, scoring and results provider, ATOS, that's Olympic Games provider, and we will start with them an adventure for the next 4 years, also taking into account the inaugural multi-sport championships next year in August in Berlin. In terms of ticket sales, it's going very, very well, and if really you have some friends needing some tickets, you should really advise them to hurry up and get the tickets very, very soon. We are almost sold out every day. It's very important that you can transmit this message. For those who want to be there as exclusive fan in the Comeback Arena for the next 2 days, they should go to the booth or on internet to purchase tickets. Finally, we have a very strong anti-doping program before and during the competition with 2 different aspects. We will target different specific analyses and target different athletes in addition to a random collection of samples for all the athletes. That's in a nutshell a little bit the key figures we can provide to the media today.
Thank you, Christian. And for this event, once again, the athletes will be wearing I run clean, I throw clean, I jump clean bibs. Perhaps, Sven Arne, you can just say a few words about this initiative before handing over to Christian.
Yes, this is the umbrella brand we are working under, and it is giving a strong message from the athletes that they want to compete with other clean athletes, not only in our championships, but in all our competitions. And we believe that the athletes are committed to follow this, because none of us would be in the sport if we didn't believe in the clean sport. And it's a very strong message that they are giving, and we have been giving this out now for our championships since 2015 in December in year in the cross, and we will continue to do that. And we hope that every athlete will wear this with proudness and show that they are clean. Christian?
Yes, that was the purpose, to give a voice to clean athletes, to tell the world how they want to see our sport in the future. And we will launch this year an anti-doping education system and an anti-doping outreach program. We will start this summer for our under-20 and under-23 championships in Poland and in Italy with some information tents. We will look for dialogue with our athletes. Then next year in Hungary for our under-18 championships, we will start to make this so-called driving license system. Each and every athlete will have to successfully pass an anti-doping test based on decision, based on values. You cannot enter our competition from next year from under-18 championships without having successfully passed the test. Our ambitious goal is to have in Paris 2020, Paris is our unique candidate for the European Championships 2020, to have that mandatory as a standard to achieve, to participate to our European Championships 2020. And we will continue to go on with this program, and we want to remind everyone that youth athletics and the athletes, we want a clean sport in our future.
I just want to add that I had a meeting 10 days ago together with some former stars, Jenny Meadows, Diane Modal, and Andreas Torkelsen, who has agreed to be anti-doping ambassadors for European athletics, go out to meet the clubs, go out to meet the federations, go out there. And yesterday I got a call from another guy who wanted to be an ambassador for us, Erkin Nol, Olympic champion decathlon in Sydney. So, and we're also looking then for more people coming from this region in the future. So we will have a team of former athletes who are really can be our ambassadors in the future to go out and educate and talk about this program we're having. Thank you.
Thank you, Sven Arne. Now I'd like to open the floor to any questions. So if you have any questions, please raise your hand. Yes, sir.
Mr. Sven Arne Hansen, first of all, welcome to Belgrade. And to carry on where you just left off, I don't know if you're aware of this. Vladimir Putin said yesterday that there was never a state-sponsored doping program in Russia, having admitted that the offenders were individual. Can you comment on that, and can you tell us what is the way out of the present situation to get Russian athletes back into the fold in their numbers? How long might it take, and how damaging is doping to sport in general and in the present situation? Thank you.
You're asking a very difficult question. I wish I could answer 100%, but I'm also a member of the IAAF Executive Board, and we are working very closely on this situation. We had a meeting in Monaco a month ago, I think it was, where the task force gave their report, and they saw progress in Russia. And I see progress in Russia. I have contacts with several Russian friends. Even some has asked to come here and talk to me here in Belgrade this weekend. And I have to refer you to the IAAF President Sebastian Coe when they will be back. But we want Russia back. That is for clear. We have not come to the sport to not include all athletes. And I have that feeling now that in Russia there is a change of mentality, especially what you said, from even the top level. And this is the way it has to go. But I hope that they will be back sooner than later. Thank you.
Thank you, Sven Arne. Next question. Mike.
Thank you. A question for Kristijan. Sorry. Mike Rowbottom here. A question for Kristijan. Could you just expand on this test? It's not a chemical test. It's like a driving test of ethics. Is that the basic idea, that people should have the idea of the background as well as the actuality of anti-doping?
Yes, the idea is to create a web-based platform where each athlete will be able to access, and we'll have individual registered numbered and go through the different questions. We will have 7 different platforms. One's also talking about the ethic, which is completely new in the world of sport, but ethic and deontology is very, very important. And really, it will not be a barrier, but it's an enabler. It's something, it's a school of life also for the benefit of the personal life of the athlete, and of course, that they get the knowledge, the level of knowledge to be able to pass the test. And then this registration number will be immediately confirmed in our system that this athlete has passed the test, in addition, of course, to the sporting standard. And we want to make this as a mandatory standard from 2020 championships.
Thank you, Kristijan. I think we have time for one more question because we have the athletes waiting for the second part. So.
Yes, this is for the 3 Serbian representatives on the top table. Belgrade, and I apologise, it's probably going to need translating. Belgrade, this is the second major European athletics event in a few years. Is there a strategy for bringing more big athletics events to Belgrade? Slobodan said some new events are planned. What is that strategy, and can you expand on it, please?
If I may just, I'll try to answer your question. Then I think Veselin actually wants to add something to it. First of all, this event particularly is very important to us because it shows that we are capable of organizing events like this in the athletics arena. What's next for us? As far as the city of Belgrade is concerned, we are ready to organize each and every event that anyone can think of. Our strategy in sports is to promote sports in general. Serbia is a nation of sports, as sportsmen. But also, city of Belgrade has proven to be, in the last 20-30 years, very capable of organizing big events. As far as athletics is concerned, I think we have never, we got the indoor small arena a couple of years back, the first one open. You see, we all witnessed the great success of our athletes. What's next? Well, you can just imagine. I'm not sure whether we are able to talk about it, but we do have plans for events which are to follow in the athletics sports.
And we will be the candidate for World Athlete Competition in 2020 indoor.
That's what he wanted to say.
Supported very much by European athletics, and since I'm one of the people going to be there, we are very, very happy that they are really doing this, because we need people with this imagination, this innovation, with this thinking to doing a great event. And the best they can do now is to have a fantastic championships, which we are going to have. That is the best application for 2020. But good luck, my friends from Serbia.
Listen, this is something he wanted to say, but let me just reiterate this. For us, this is the biggest sports event this year in Belgrade, but for us it's just a step forward to this goal that Veselin just mentioned. European World Championship Indoor 2020 is the goal.
The follow-up question is, are you contemplating, without a date, a bid in the next decade for the European Outdoor Athletics Championships? Members of the generation going back remember 1962 very well.
I'll try to answer that, because we do plan, but it's still in the initial phase of thinking, considering building a huge national stadium in the city of Belgrade with all the capabilities and or facilities for such an event. We are working closely with the government. It's their and our decision how to move forward. We still don't have anything concrete, but there've been discussion about that, not only because of athletics, but because of some other sports as well. I cannot simply comment on that further, but it's, listen, if we do this in a proper way for the indoor championship, why not doing it for the outdoor as well? Provided we have the facility for it, and that's something we're thinking about.
And I just want to mention that in the last 5 years, we built 10 athlete stadium and 3 indoor facility. Actually, the third one we will get beginning of next year.
Okay, so thank you, gentlemen. That brings to the end the first part of the press conference. I'd now like to invite athletes to come to the top table, where they will receive their I run clean, I jump clean, I am clean, I throw clean bibs, and the photographers can come forward for the photo opportunity.
Može neko ove stolice da... Može sad.
Ajmo nazad.
Moramo nazad, ljudi. Dašo, putu blisko.
Malo izaći. Slobodane, priđi malo njima. Dajte malo kao ovamo pogled. Možete malo tako.
Nemam toliko široko ostave. Pa nemam toliko široko. Nemam toliko široko. Uzete Martinu šeću. Telefone.
take your seats, please. You can take your seat. We'll start the second part of the press conference.
Firstly, I'd like to say thank you for taking time out to meet with the media ahead of the competition this weekend. I don't think I need to introduce any of them. I think we all know exactly who they are, and we don't have that much time, so perhaps I can start things off by welcoming you all, and first of all to Nafi, welcome. First question from myself, how is your first thought and how are you feeling ahead of this weekend?
I'm feeling good. I think it's only new competition this winter and went better than I expected to, so that's why I changed my mind and decided to come here.
What's your goal for this weekend? What is your goal going into an event like this? Is it to beat the PB? Is it to medal? What are you aiming for this weekend?
I always try to think about reaching my PBs, and my PB in the pentathlon is now 2 years old, so yeah, I think I could come and get it tomorrow, so yeah, I hope a PB, why not?
Thank you, Nafi. Ivana, welcome. How are you feeling ahead of your first big senior championships in your home country?
Well, I must be excited, first of all, because I'm preparing myself to strike for the gold again, and of course the most important thing is that I will fight in front of my audience here in Serbia, and that's the thing that is most important and keeps me satisfied, motivated, and I cannot wait to start.
You've had a great start to the season with the Balkan Championships last weekend with a world lead. What are you expecting this weekend in terms of performance?
Well, definitely jump over 7 meters. I'm ready. I'm well prepared, and there is nothing more that I can add except that I'm going for the gold. You've helped with the design of the new Serbian team vest. Yeah. I'm well informed. What have you been doing? How has that come about? You know, the thing that was about that national clothes, is from Serbian brands. So I was trying to involve some innovative people from Serbia to enjoy in this project, because we are very happy that we are having this European Championship in Serbia, so accept our medals and everything that we want to look nice. And when we look nice, we feel good, we feel strong, and I think that people are going to love what they see.
Okay, thank you. I want to welcome Richard near the far end of the table. Richard, welcome. Reading about what's happening recently, you've had some eventful moments. You had some missing spikes. You've had cold and flu over the last few days. Are you now firing on all cylinders ahead of this weekend?
Yeah, I'm starting to really feel good the last week. A couple of unfortunate events the last couple of weeks, but I really feel confident going into a championships, and this one's no different, and I'm just really excited to go out and compete.
Are you in the condition to beat your PB this weekend?
Yeah, I think the last couple of years I've run 6.49 and 6.50 the last couple of years, so it would be really nice to run 6.4 and run a new personal best, and I feel like I'm in good shape to do that.
Over the winter, I understand that you've had another boy. You've had a boy, Richard.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, are you getting enough sleep, and is that giving you sort of an added impetus going into this championships?
Yeah, I mean, he wakes up a couple of times, and I definitely get less sleep than I used to, but he gives me the added motivation having a baby boy now. I want to succeed and make him proud, and that's definitely a good motivation. It's helped me work a little bit harder the last couple of months.
Mihal, welcome. How are you feeling going into the championships, and how are your preparations going, and what do you think the crowd can bring for you this weekend?
Well, first of all, I have to say that I'm honored that I'm in a company of great athletes like this. The really good thing about this championship is that it's home. I'm going to be surrounded by my people, by the people who support me and cheer for me. And I'm really happy that I'm going to bring them a good atmosphere through this weekend. I'm aiming for PBs. I have seven events, so I am aiming for 7 PBs, and hopefully we'll see how many I'm going to get. And yeah, just a good energy, positive energy, and that's it.
You've been in South Africa over the last couple of months. How has that helped the preparations for you?
Well, this is my 5th or 6th or maybe 7th time that I'm in South Africa. I like it so much because it's during the winter here. It's warm over there, and I'm always doing really good trainings in South Africa, especially Potch and Stellenbosch. The training camps are great, and a lot of athletes are coming over there. This time I spent some time with my friend Thomas van der Platsen, so we did trainings together, and I think it was good. We'll see in this championships what we did.
Thank you. And Asmir, at the end, again, sort of similar question to you. How is the home crowd going to help you this weekend? How can you channel that in your performance?
First of all, I want to say hello to everyone. I must say my English is not very good, so if I had a mistake, don't laugh, please. Last couple of months I spent in Belgrade. I had a good preparation for this competition, as a physically as a mentally, because I feeling a little bit of pressure because everyone expect for me to win a gold medal. But I think it will be very hard to win a medal because the guys in shot put are very ready. So we will see. I think the crowd will help me, and I just can't wait to start competition.
Okay, thank you, Asmir. Somebody tells me, Asmir, that you're a bit of a speed freak when it comes to driving. Is that so?
I didn't expect to ask me that.
So have you had a go on one of the Volkswagens that are driving around in Belgrade this weekend?
In our law, I think it's not allowed to drive fast because I already have 10 points from 18 max, so I must slow down because they will take my driver's license. So I'd like to drive fast, but on the road that is allowed to that. So.
Perhaps I should open the floor to any questions from the media then. So if you have a question for any of the athletes, please raise your hand. Richard there, just wait for the microphone.
Molim vas, srpski atletičari, izjavu na srpskom jeziku za elektronske medije, ja bih vas zamolio, da li vas ovo domaćinstvo opterećuje u nastojanju da se domognete najviše plasmana? Hvala.
So the question is for the Serbian representatives, and they will be answering in Serbian. I will translate it into English. The question was, do you feel pressured having to compete in front of the home crowd? It's the question for all three of you.
Ja ću onda prvo. Ja sam već par puta rekla da ja ne osjećam apsolutno nikakav pritisak. Za mene je ovo stvarno izazov i pre svega velika čast biti deo ovakvog jednog spektakla, atletskog spektakla u Srbiji, nešto što većina ljudi nikada nije doživjela, pa ni ja. Stvarno ne osjećam nikakav pritisak, jer pritisak sam osjećala onda kada sam se borila, onda kada možda i nisam bila spremna i onda kada su očekivanja ljudi bila možda sasvim opravdana, ali definitivno je da ne osjećam nikakav pritisak, da jesam spremna za odbranu evropske titule i ono sve što treba da se desi i što me čeka, ja ću dočekati maksimalno spremna i nasmejana, što je najbitnije, i jedva čekam da počne, tako da u svakom slučaju ono što je sigurno jeste da ću dati sve od sebe da skočim preko 7 metara, a što mi je još bitnije da nasmejano uživam u tome što me čeka.
As far as I'm concerned, I do not feel any pressure at all. First of all, it is my honor to be a part of this great event that will take place here in Serbia, because it's going to be something that no one in Serbia has ever witnessed or felt before. As far as I'm concerned, it's going to be the same thing for myself. I have to stress again that there is no pressure for me. The only times that I would feel pressure, it would have been in those times when I had to compete when I wasn't 100% ready, and some people had much bigger expectations from me than I was capable of fulfilling at the time. I have to say that I'm more than ready. I'm happy. I'm smiling all the time. I'm having a great time here, and I will do the best that I can to jump over 7 meters. Everything else that happens, hopefully it will make me able to defend my title that I won the last championships, and everything else that happens will be a benefit bonus.
Okay, Miha?
Pitanje je super, dobro. Kao što i svaki put treba da odgovorimo na takvo pitanje. Ja ću da podelim raspoloženje sa Ivanom. Jedinstvena stvar kod sedmoboja i desetoboja, višeboja, jeste to što se nama ne završavaju stvari u sat vremena, pa da sad budemo toliko uzbuđeni i sad toliki pritisak da osjećamo, već nam takmičenje traje 2 dana. Što više pritiska, to je negativnije za sve nas, jer ipak treba da ostanemo fokusirani za svaku disciplinu koja nam dolazi. Konkurencija je izuzetno jaka na ovom evropskom prvenstvu, to su svi moji prijatelji sa kojima sam takmičio proteklih par godina. Znam da su u dobrim formama i ja sam. Izuzetno mi je drago također što sam kod kuće i što svojim ljudima, svojim prijateljima, porodici, najbližima mogu da pružim šansu da me gledaju na ovako velikom takmičenju maltene na dohvat ruke. I zbog njih se osjećam mnogo komfornije, opuštenije i stvarno također ne mogu da dočekam takmičenje, jer treninzi koje sam odradio proteklih par nedelja su pokazali da sam izuzetno spreman. Što više disciplina poklopimo kako treba u tih 7, to će bolji rezultat da bude. Što će bolji rezultat da bude, to će biti bolji plasman.
I have to say that I feel more or less the same as Ivana does. The difference in heptathlon and decathlon is the fact that our competition lasts for more than 1 day, and it's not done within an hour or 2 hours, so that when you feel pressured, your pressure actually blocks you and breaks you, and you sometimes underperform. When you compete in heptathlon and decathlon, you have to focus on each and every discipline the same way that you've focused on the one before, because you have more than one. What makes me glad and what makes me happy is the fact that this is the first time that I will be able to have my friends and my family, first and foremost, watch me compete right here in front of them, basically in our backyard, and that makes me feel more and more relaxed. I will take each discipline at a time. The better results I get at each discipline, the better the end result will be, and I cannot wait for the competition to start.
And Asmir?
Pre svega želim da istaknem da sam ponosan što sam deo ovog tima, koji je verovatno i najbolji tim koji je Srbija ikada imala. Ono što sam spomenuo malo pre je da u mom obraćanju na engleskom, da sam se pripremao kako fizički, tako i mentalno za ovo takmičenje. Da li postoji pritisak? Ja ga zaista osjećam. Za razliku možda od Ivane i od Mihajla, verovatno taj pritisak sam sam sebi stvorio, jer su i moje očekivanja najveća. Ovo će biti moje 3. takmičenje u dvorani, gde ću pokušati naravno da 3 puta za redom osvojim medalju na evropskim prvenstvima u dvorani, i mogu da kažem zaista da sam spremniji nego ikada, i puno toga će zavisiti kako ću ja biti u svojoj glavi emotivno, odnosno mentalno spreman. Imao sam jedno slično takmičenje pre 2 nedelje gde uz preveliku publiku nisam uspeo da ostvarim svoj najbolji rezultat ili željeni rezultat za koji sam ja spreman. I zato sam i spomenuo da će mnogo zavisi od toga kako ću ja te svoje emocije iskontrolisati, jer bacati pred publikom koja svih 12.000 navija za mene, bit će zaista izazov. Ne kažem da se bojim toga, verujte da jedva čekam, a nadam se da ću to uspeti da sve usmerim u kuglu i da ću baciti i da ću iznenaditi kako i vas, tako i sebe sa rezultatom.
First and foremost, I have to say that I'm very proud to be part of this Serbian national team, which I think is the best team Serbia has ever had, like an all-time best team of our national competition. I am, as I said before when I spoke English, I was preparing myself both physically and mentally. Unlike Ivana and Misha, I feel somewhat pressure, but the problem is that this pressure is, I'm more than positive, self-induced, because I think I have bigger expectations of myself than anyone else does. I'm coming into this competition. This will be the 3rd competition in a row in which I will hopefully win a medal, and that is an added pressure as well. I have to say that I am physically very tough and I'm very ready. I think that everything in my performance will depend on my mental preparation and on my emotional state at the time during the competition. I had a competition 2 weeks ago for which I set certain goals. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to fulfill them because I couldn't deal with the pressure that I've put on myself. But hopefully, when I step onto into the arena and into the competition in front of the home crowd that hopefully will be cheering for me all the time, I still don't know how I will be able to react emotionally, but I'm sure that the home crowd will help me achieve my result.
Okay, thank you. Next question. Yep.
Thanks, James. A question for Richard. You're here as defending champion. Can you talk us a bit about the pressures of being a defending champion compared to 2 years ago when you were there for the first time trying to win the title?
Yeah, 2 years ago there was still little bits of pressure with me being world indoor champion too, and I just really, to get around that, I just really enjoy championships, and I try not to put no pressure on myself. Maybe pressure's created by other people who have expectations on you, but my main aim is just to go out there and enjoy myself and perform my best and not act like I have a title to defend, just that I've got another one to win, and go out there and attack the performance and run as if that I'm not defending a title. I'm just trying to chase it to win again.
Okay, next question. Yep.
It's for Nafi. How's your high jump training been going this winter? The reason I ask that is, of course, the high jump was a pivotal part of your Olympic performance, and I was lucky enough to be in Valencia 9 years ago when Tia Hellebuth jumped 199. So I'm wondering, are we going to see the first 2-meter jump in a women's multi this weekend?
Well, high jump is always going good, but for the winter, I didn't train so much in the high jump because in Belgium it's getting cold, and I don't have any indoor facility to train. So yeah, I did some high jump in training camp in Tenerife. I was there for almost 3 weeks. So I jumped, I think, twice, and I did a competition also, 190 this winter. But yeah, I think it's too soon, and my preparation during the winter is not good enough. I'm not able to train so much technically in the high jump to be really well prepared for this weekend.
Okay, do we have any more questions? Yeah, one more question from Richard. Yep.
Question for Nafi. Has it sunk in yet that you're Olympic champion and you're into this competition, being announced as the Olympic champion? It must be a great feeling when you look back at last year. Now you're taking your career forward as the Olympic champion.
Yeah, last year this title was really a good surprise, a big surprise for me. I wasn't expecting that, but I tried to not change my way of thinking when I started competition. Even if now I know that people are probably waiting more from me. I always start a competition only thinking about my PBs and getting better. I try to focus on that and not about the other girls. Yeah, I think for me the best is to take them as a help to achieve great things, big championships. But yeah, my main goal is to keep growing and reaching PBs and getting better for now.
Thank you, Nafi. Is there any more questions? I think if there's no more questions, I would like to thank everyone, all the athletes for being here. If there are requests for one-on-ones, I think Richard can stay for a couple of one-on-ones with the media. Nafi has to leave straight away back to her hotel. But I would like to thank all the athletes. If the photographers would like to get a photo with the athletes holding their bibs, that will be it, and then we can close the press conference here. Thank you very much.
Može, gospodine. Ne slušajte. Ne slušajte. Ja sam najstariji. Aj malo. Aj glavu. Aj malo ovde. Aj malo ovde. Kakvi ste lepi. Pogledajte kačkaraši. Mogu ja da stanem, mogu da vas Bože. Hvala vam. Hvala, vrlo ste ljubazni. Ajde mi ja.